Hello and welcome back to the post-production tutorials. Today we're going to do a little bit more audio editing. This is going to be the audio improvements, making it sound just that little bit better. So here we go. This, what I've done is I've recorded a little scene, and we'll play it out, and you just tell me what you think. So why are we doing this? Well, it's for the audio tutorial thing, isn't it? So we don't have to say anything in particular then? No, we don't have to say anything. Right, good, because I literally have no idea what to say. Yeah, neither do I. Well, we've not been given a script or anything. Why would we need a script? It's just for like a short... No one's even listening to this. Okay, so that is the little scene. And as you can see, it's not quite right yet. It doesn't sound perfect yet. And there's a few reasons for this. One, and I've only just noticed actually, so that shows you that you can easily miss things when you're editing, and you should always go over a few times, make sure you've got everything. As you can see, I've muted one of the clips, but this one's at -6, so let's. So why are we doing this? Well, it's for the. You see, this one sounds a lot cleaner, because this one's actually overlapping. It still has the previous volume. So if we do that, why are we doing this? Well, it's for the audio tutorial thing, isn't it? So we don't have to... we need to actually go through all of those and mute them. There we go. That's that one, and that's the final one. Okay, right. So now if we listen to this back, it should already sound considerably better. Well, it's for the audio tutorial thing, isn't it? So we don't have to say anything in particular then? No, we don't have to say anything. Right, good, because I literally have no idea what to say. That's already much better because we got rid of that, background hiss. So, we've done that, but it still looks a bit like too wooden. It's one cut, another cut, another cut. It doesn't flow very nicely. Well, it's for the audio tutorial thing, isn't it? So we don't have to say anything in particular then? No, we don't have to say anything. Now to fix this, there is a technique called the J cut or the L cut. I've heard both being used. I always call it the J cut because you make it look like the letter J. So if we imagine J comes down and across like that, and obviously it's called an L because that goes that way. But what am I talking about? Okay, so what we can do here is if we extend this clip a little bit and shorten this clip a little bit, we can actually make them overlap. Right, good, because do you see that? So no, you don't have to say anything. Right. So it starts talking before it's cut away from this one. And what I tend to do is, if you see, this is the peak here, like it starts talking just there. And I'm going to turn off snapping because we don't actually need it today. So the peak is just there, just before this. Sorry, we want to cut here. This is just before this bit talks, and this bit is just where it ends. So that we've got all this gap here where no one is doing anything. And so if we keep on shortening this, we can shorten it to about there, and we can probably, oh crap, we probably want something like that. You see, it's sort of squished it all up, and it doesn't look very nice. But if we watch it back, no, we don't have to say anything. Right, good, because I literally. You see how that looks a lot more pleasing to watch compared to, say, if I get it right, this. No, we don't have to say anything. Right, good, because I literally... Okay, so all we do there is we drag this to the point where we want to cut it here. And we can also extend this one a little bit to give us a little bit more wiggle room. And there we go. So that's why it's called the J cut, and you probably can't really see it, but if we take this to be the letter that we're using, this is like a letter J, because the video cuts here, but the audio has already started before it. So there's a J cut. No, we don't have to say anything. Right, good, because I literally haven't... Now, these can either be used at every single point, which is a lot of work, or use them sparingly, and you can... well, let's try and use a J cut. So this, sorry, an L cut. So this guy starts talking. So why are we doing this? Well, it's for the audio. Now that's probably very subtle, but if we just watch this. So why are we doing this? Well, it's for the audio tutorial. See, there was a little bit of a pause. Whereas if we, oh sorry, I did that the wrong way round. We want to drag this one to about there,
And we could probably even lengthen this and drag this to about there.
So why are we doing this? Well, it's for the audio tutorial thing, isn't it?
You see, it flows a lot nicer when you do things like that. So that's a technique that is very important when making things flow, especially for sketches like this. It's important to make the speech, the dialogue flow, so it's not one cut and then another cut. It should be nice. It should look nice, and it should be easy to watch. So if I just go through and do that a few more times.
So why are we doing this? Well, it's for the audio tutorial thing, isn't it? So we don't have to say anything in particular then? No, we don't have to say anything. Right, good, because I literally have no idea what to say. Yeah, neither do I. Well, we've not been given a script or anything. Why would we need a script? It's just for like a short... No one's even listening to this.
You see that, although the video was slightly laggy there and we couldn't see it properly, was much easier to listen to. And this goes back to what I said before in the previous video, that you'd rather watch a video that sounds nice rather than one that looks nice. There's one last thing we can do to make it even better. If we zoom in a bit, we can actually lengthen these audio clips and then put a fade between them. So a fade here is at the end of the clip there is a little bald thing, and you can drag that, and it will fade out that clip. And if you do that to, I know this is going to take lots of time, but the more time you spend on something, the better it will sound. If you do that to all your clips, they will be seamless. You will not be able to tell where one clip starts and where another clip ends, that's exactly what you want. You don't want to be able to tell where the camera is. I mean, these were both filmed on the same camera. It's the same actor, for Christ's sake. I did both parts, and so it shouldn't work in the real world, but in the magic of the editing world, of course it does work, because you can cheat it and you can make it work.
So why are we doing this? Well, it's for the audio tutorial thing, isn't it? So we don't have to say anything in particular.
That perfectly highlights it, that you couldn't tell where the cuts were, and that's exactly what you want. So you shouldn't be able to tell where the cuts in your video are. I think that highlights it enough. I think we can see what's going on there. That is the audio improvements video. I hope you enjoyed it.